A Chile Ganas, the Villa's taco story follows Victor Villa and his family as they run their taco stand in Highland Park. In this video, I'm going to go over how this film teaches key anthropological concepts through everyday life, such as family labor, ritual, and resilience. This film works well as a visual anthropology because it captures daily routines such as cooking, conversations, memories, and challenges. It relies on interviews and participant observations, which are central anthropological methods. Even though it's edited, the document still provides a holistic light of the family. One strength of the documentary is how it refuses to flatten the view of family into stereotypes. It shows them as complex cultural agents, migrants, workers, parents, and innovators. The film highlights family history and creativity, giving depth and emotion instead of reducing them to simplified others. The first major concept is family labor. At Villa's Tacos, work isn't just about making money, it's an emotional, cultural, and relational. Every family member, grandma, siblings, cousins, contributes skills that shape identity and strengthen kinship across generations. This directly connects to Estrada's article, Making a Living Together. Estrada describes the communal family obligation code where structural pressures push families to work together collectively, creating stronger bonds. She also notes that parents and children who work together often develop deeper relationships, something that is clearly seen within the Villa family. One scene shows Victor's grandmother making salsa and saying the secret ingredient is love. This reflects Estrada's argument that family labor is driven by care, obligation, and solidarity, not just making money. It portrays food preparation as emotional work, where cooking becomes an expression of affection and cultural continuity. Family labor is also tied in cultural identity. Victor says that tacos are special because everyone in the family is a part of them. Their collective work creates pride, purpose, and belonging. Labor becomes a way to express what it means to be Mexican American in Los Angeles, blending heritage with everyday experience. The second concept is ritual, practices repeated with meaning across time. In the film, making tacos becomes a ritualized process, such as layering ingredients, preparing salsas, cooking meat. The reputation gives the work symbolic weight, connecting past traditions to the present. Barbara Myeroff explains that ritual feels the same, yet each performance happens in new conditions. Victor's tacos reflect this idea. They draw on traditional Mexican taco making, but also adapt the processes through his Los Angeles upbringing. His unique 7-layer taco style shows ritual evolving through creativity. Through this lens, each taco becomes a story. It links Victor to his ancestors, to Los Angeles, and to his family's hard work. Ritual becomes a way of expressing his hybrid identity. Mexican roots blended with LA street culture. Food becomes both continuity and innovation, connecting memory and place. Another key concept is resilience, the ability to adapt and rebuild. The Villa family has faced immigration barriers, housing instability, gentrification, and financial pressure, yet they continually reinvent themselves. Their story shows resilience not just as individual toughness, but as collective cultural strength. But resilience doesn't occur in isolation. The film hits at larger structures, redlining, gentrification, and unequal access to resources. These conditions shape where the family can live and work. The resilience becomes necessary because of the systematic inequalities, revealing how marginalized communities must continually adapt. COVID-19 becomes a major moment in the film. When street vending shut down, many businesses collapsed. The Villa family instead turned their backyard into a taco stand. This shift shows resilience in action, responding through creativity, flexibility, and the support of their community during an unpredictable crisis. The backyard itself is symbolic. It's not just a workspace, it's their home in which their mother and the family fought to keep. Running the business from that space turns the home into a site of survival and cultural continuity. It becomes a place where family history, struggle, and pride come together through everyday labor. The film seems intended for a broad audience, especially people who may not know much about immigrant labor, street vending, or Mexican American family businesses. It educates viewers about community strength while celebrating cultural pride, making the documentary accessible for students and general audiences. While the story is told from the family's perspective, the filmmaker ultimately shapes the narrative through editing. Still, the film avoids stereotypes and presents the family holistically, such as close ups of the family cooking, laughter, and shared meals, creating an intimate, dignified portrayal that emphasizes love and community. The film makes it clear that Via's Taco is more than just a business, it's a community space. Neighbors gather, talk, and feel welcome. This reflects anthropology's focus on the social importance of food, how sharing meals builds connections and bridges differences in everyday life, and overall, just how it helps everyone connect as a community. It also succeeds as a teaching tool because it shows culture as something lived. We see how migration, labor, language, food, and family rituals all overlap. It demonstrates how cultural is dynamic and creative, helping students understand anthropology through real stories rather than just definitions. A limitation is that we only hear the Via's family's perspective. We don't get insight from customers, neighbors, or other street vendors. And because the film is pretty short, it had to be under 30 seconds, it doesn't fully explore structural issues like immigration law or gentrification. It focuses more on personal experience than broad context. But overall, Enchale Ganas uses food, labor, family, and stereotyping to highlight the richness of Mexican American cultural life through concepts like family labor, ritual, and resilience. It becomes a powerful example of how visual anthropology reveals culture and everyday practices.